Welcome to the Progress Texas Happy Hour.
Welcome back to the Progress Texas Happy Hour. I'm Executive Director Kathleen Thompson. Progress Texas amplifies progressive values, leaders, and actions. Our digital and podcast networks reach millions with smart, hard-hitting coverage and is the #1 progressive pod in Texas and in the top 2% of all global podcast listeners. We work to make Texas politics easy to understand and participate in during this crucial midterm election. We're excited to share that on the road to November, the Progress Texas team is packing our cars and taking our mics on the road to Corpus later this week, June 25th through 27th, as the official media partner for the largest Democratic convention in the country. That's right, the Texas Democratic Convention is happening this week. And with us to discuss is Texas Democratic Party Chair Kendall Scudder with a quick preview as thousands of Texans are preparing to catch the blue wave this weekend. Hey, Kendall.
Hey, how's it going?
Really well. We're excited. Kendall, you and I have been attending conventions since we can't remember not attending conventions. I was telling the staff, I literally cannot remember not attending, and I had every baby in tow and was pregnant in 2018. But Kendall, tell us what's going to be different about the when, where, and what for this convention.
Yeah, so I think there's a couple of things. We've been kind of reimagining the party writ large, and the convention is a large part of that as well. So first of all, it's in Corpus Christi, which is a mid-sized city. And so that'll be kind of a different dynamic, I think, than what we've done in some of the past in some of the major metros. I think it'll probably be a more friendly small town feel. And I think also it'll be a larger impact on the community of Corpus Christi, where I think there's a whole lot of opportunities. We have a swing congressional, swing state house seat. And also Nueces County is always just kind of on the edge of flipping for us. And I think we should make a real play for it. So that to me is kind of an important dynamic piece there. But when it comes to the nitty gritty pieces of administering the convention, here's what's going to be different. We decided this year that, we're going to have all the party business, the caucuses, the councils, all that's going to happen. But we're also going to have an entire hallway that's dedicated to nothing but trainings. So that if you don't want to do that party business, you can learn how to work van, how to do voter protection, how to get acquainted with the coordinated campaign. 32 different trainings that we're organizing during the convention while it's happening, so that we can use this as a tool to equip people with what they need to be successful organizing on the ground. And then also you're going to see lots of famous faces around our convention. We have big national names that are coming in, from Cory Booker to Bernie Sanders, J.B. Pritzker, Governor Lujan Grisham, Justin Pearson, also top secret surprise guest on Friday night. You heard it here first. And so there's going to be some really exciting stuff in the pipe. And so just the whole country right now is feeling this energy that's happening in Texas, and everybody wanted to be a part of it. And so it's going to be a really exciting convention.
Thanks for those updates, Kendall. Tell us the why this midterm year is so crucial for folks from across Texas to voice their values at this year's convention.
Folks already know this. I'll say it again. This particular election cycle is one of the best opportunities Democrats have had in decades. And not just the top of the ticket, all the way down. For the first time since 72, we've recruited a Democrat in every state and federal office in Texas. That means we have candidates all across Texas working their butts off. There's just a lot of energy happening here right now. And the country is counting on Texas to deliver here. Number one, because we would be the 51st vote in the United States Senate. Number two, with the Supreme Court ruling on the Voting Rights Act, we have 22 VRA protected districts in Texas. And if we aren't flipping the governor's mansion or the state house or the attorney general's office, then there's a lot of pain down the pipeline for us in the next leg session. And so there's a whole lot at stake. This time particularly, I kind of view it as our last stand here. And so that's the why, because we need all the energy, all the people, all hands on deck that we can, because this is the one for all the marbles. And we want to create an environment that is fun, that's engaging, but also that folks are going to feel like they got something from it whenever they're leaving to go back into the fields in their local communities to do the work to win elections.
On that same note, as chair, you have geared up at the party for a successful midterm election for all the marbles, as you say, pulling together a historic Texas Together campaign, eliminating hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt at the party. And now this massive gathering, the largest in the country, as we've said, will take place. How do you see the party delegates and advocates in the political sphere coming together to make progress this year?
I think what Texas Democrats are, what the headspace they're in right now is they're not here to win arguments. They're here to win elections. All this petty back and forth, fighting with each other stuff, we're over it. There's too much on the line right now. We'll fight once we win things. And so, of course, you're going to have some folks in the ranks that are still kind of caught in their old habits. But that's by and large what I'm feeling on the ground right now. Everybody's ready to just roll up their sleeves and get the work done. And so I think you'll see that with our delegates at the convention, that they're just excited to be on a team, excited to be working and moving in the same direction. I'm not saying everything's perfect about everything we're doing all the time. And there's certainly kinks to work out of a coordinated. It's the first big major coordinated that we've done in this state since '82. Okay. But I do think that everyone's ready to meet the moment and rise to that occasion to get it done. And I'm excited to kind of lead the charge on that as we're moving forward. It's been a great year for the party by all measures. I mean, except, the constant attacks we're getting from Republicans. But I mean, the way that we are operating, we've taken a party that was in the ditch on life support and turned it into one that's now vying to win up and down the ballot. Folks are feeling it. They're excited about it. And this is it. I don't even know what else to say beyond that. Is like, I'm not much of a show horse, right? I'm a workhorse. We're ready for this convention to kind of be exciting, be behind us, because we've got elections to win. And that's the mindset you're going to see, I believe, from delegates as they go into the convention.
On the topic of an election to win, you're serving in an interim role right now. And we're not going to talk about the chair race today because we have a whole YouTube candidate screening forum that folks can look just at the show notes if you missed it last week. But Kendall, will you tell me the day and the time for the officers election so folks can be on the lookout for that, both people who are attending and folks who are not able to attend but who are going to be watching for the news?
Yeah. So what we have done for this convention is there's been voting leading all the way up into the convention. So people elected their committee members already that have already been going in and doing the work of the platform, the resolutions committee, the credentials committee, the rules committee. Those committees should hopefully have their work by and large completed by the time we get to convention. And so the stuff that people are still left to vote for are their SDEC, State Democratic Executive Committee persons. Voting opens electronically during their congressional district caucus that they're out on Friday, and then the executive officer positions where ballots open after the general session on Friday night and close at 11 a.m. on Saturday. Then there will be voting if there are things that come to the floor during party business on Saturday afternoon. So those are the things still left to vote for, and kind of what the trajectory of that's going to be. We'll announce all the winners and stuff around 3:00 at the convention, and then have a big party on our way out the door.
Sounds good. One of the 5 W's that we haven't mentioned yet is who you're trying to reach at this huge gathering. Who's your target audience to engage at this convention? And after you answer that, will you say where progressives and young people fit in?
Yeah, I view the role of the party as the entity whose job it is to rally the Democrats and folks on the left. So who we are targeting are, for attendance at the convention would be activists of all left-wing stripes, right? Or moderate centrist stripes. They're welcome as well. As long as you respect everyone at the table, you're welcome to sit at it. And so that's kind of who our target attendance is. I think that our target audience of who we're messaging to is the working class people of Texas who have felt shut out of these discussions, who feel like they don't have seats at tables, and don't feel like anyone in government's advocating for them. I think you'll see lots of messaging around what we're planning to do to make life better for people who are counting on us as we build that working class army around the state of Texas to take this government back. Where young people and progressives fit in is that, I don't know if you know, but you've got a progressive chair. I'm from the progressive wing of the party. And so this convention, I thought it was important to make sure that all wings of our party were represented. In the past, it's been those progressives, they'll be on board anyways. Let's cut them out, right? This year, it's like, no, we need to make sure everyone is represented. That means you'll have people that are from the more moderate wing of the party, but you'll also have progressives that are on stage here, giving what their perspective is of how to move the party forward. If you're going to have a team, you've got to have every member of the team with the opportunity to play. And so I've gotten some criticisms for having Bernie Sanders in our convention. I don't care. I think think he's an important part of our party and a part of our coalition to be able to win. I've gotten some criticisms for having Vicente Gonzalez on the stage too. I think he's an important part of our coalition and he should be represented there as well. So we got to operate like we're on a team together. Politics and elections are about addition, not subtraction. The Republican convention was all about how they subtract people.
That's right.
We're literally kicking Muslim members of their delegation out of the convention hall. You aren't going to see that from us. Everyone in Texas is welcome who respects everyone sitting at the table with us, because this movement is about more than our internal spats. It's about delivering for people who are counting on us. And so where young people and progressives fit into this is you're going to be on the stage too. And you're going to be a part of this team too, not some afterthought, not something that people just say, well, they'll get on board. Instead, understanding that it is our obligation to earn the votes of every voter in the state of Texas.
And lastly, Kendall, thanks so much for your time today. How can listeners get involved and support the Texas Democratic Party?
Well, if you won't be in Corpus Christi, there's still ways to follow. We will be live streamed. And so watch us on C-SPAN, watch us on YouTube. We'll be live streaming there. That's a great way to follow the work that we're doing. You can follow on social media, Texas Democrats. Also, you can go to texastogether2026.org, where you can sign up to be a part of our coordinated campaign. That's where the actual work is done. Okay. So you don't have to be at the pep rally to be at the game.
That's right.
And there's a lot of work to be done. We would certainly love to have anyone involved on the team that wants to be involved.
Very good. Thanks so much, Kendall, for your time today.
No, thanks for having me.
Listeners, we'll see you at the convention. Come and find us there. We'll be recording with guest speakers, catching all of the commotion for your listening later on. And major projects like partnering with the TDP convention are crucial to making progress this year. Your support keeps our mic on the road, amplifying progressive values and voiceless Texans. So if you haven't donated yet, this is the time. Please consider becoming a monthly donor today so we can take our pods to less blue centers of gravity across the state. We literally can't exist without your financial support. So thanks in advance for funding the progressive Texas we all want to live in. Thank you for joining us today, Texas Democratic Party Chair Kendall Scudder.
Thanks so much for having me. We'll see y'all in Corpus Christi. Bye, y'all.
Thanks for listening, everybody, and please share this episode with a friend. Bye.